Hi there, I'm Edwin Palmer.
Welcome to my series on LGBTQ+ related topics.
In September this year, I read this on out.com.
After news broke that a trans teen had been killed in Baltimore on Labor Day, police confirmed that the victim's name was Bailey Reeves. According to WMAR2 News, the teen's body was found by a 16-year-old who said they heard 3 gunshots and a girl screaming, "My friend, someone help my friend, call 911. The 16-year-old then went outside and found the victim in a pool of blood in the middle of Parkwood Avenue. After police were called, the victim was transported to a hospital, where she died. Bailey Reeves's death means that at least 17 trans people have been killed in the US this year. Of that number, the vast majority are Black trans women.
Killing Black transgender women simply because they are transgender is unacceptable and it needs to stop. But how? Well, there are things we can do. So in this video, I'm giving you 5 things we can do to protect transgender women in general and Black transgender women in particular.
1. Dare to reflect.
Eliminating transphobia and stopping the violence against Black transgender women in particular requires each of us to be daring enough to reflect on how we have contributed to it and to be mindful of how we have, whether we are aware of it or not, given rise to an environment in which transgender people are in danger doing everyday activities.
For instance, maybe you kept your mouth shut when you saw a Black trans woman being ridiculed on a street. Could you have helped her somehow? 2. Listen, show respect, and give support.
Ending violence against trans people also requires those of us who are not transgender to listen to and respect the needs of transgender people, and for each of us to unearth in ourselves a lifelong commitment to support transgender people.
What can we do? Educators like myself can teach lessons on the history of transgender people. Legislators can make it their top priority to protect every single person they represent. And the rest of you can intervene when witnessing violence against trans people. 3. Look at our own community and hold people accountable. The fight for civil rights for Black people is alive and strong. Many of the tools we need to abolish anti-Black transphobia exist within that fight, and we are the ones to do it. From people outside our own Black community, we have long demanded not to be treated prejudicially because of who we are and what we look like. Now it's time to look at our own community because violence against and the murdering of Black transgender women at the hands of Black men who are not transgender goes unchecked.
So we Black people have a responsibility to hold people who are transphobic in our communities accountable for their discrimination. We can do this by critically examining the values at the core of people's bigotry and by having courageous conversations with those who are closest to us about where they learn to be transphobic.
These are ways in which we can start to confront the transphobia and, even more importantly, commit to eliminating it.
We must uphold and take seriously the collective responsibility of every person to learn about, understand, and realize the full range of human rights that transgender people are due.
4. Fight patriarchy. For transphobia to be abolished, every individual person has a role to play.
At the center of all this is acknowledging and fighting patriarchy, which is the long-standing system which allows people with male privilege to exercise tremendous violence against those without that privilege.
5. Join an organization.
Ask yourself what little steps you can take to intervene on transphobia as a daily practice. You can start working on the local and regional level.
Find organizations in your area like Breakout, El La Para Trans Latinas, Solutions Not Punishment Coalition, or Audre Lorde Project, which directly invest in and center the leadership of transgender and gender nonconforming people of color.
Protecting Black transgender women begins and ends with each of us individually. We are all uniquely a part of a stronger collective community which, when strong at the foundation, can make great shifts towards solidifying the world we want to see. This information came from these websites. You'll find these links below this video. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and watch this series from the start. Next Friday, I'll be back with a new episode in my series on cognitive abilities. Till then, I only want to say 3 things. Thank you for watching, have a great day, and bye for now.